This is an AI playing Minecraft. No scripts, no commands. It has full control over its character, and it's making every decision on its own. I gave 3 of the most powerful AI models in the world their own 1-block island. Then I told them they had 7 Minecraft days to prepare before I was dropping a massive wave of mobs on all of them. Last one standing wins. This is ChatGPT, Claude, and Grok. Each one given a completely different personality. One's an optimist.
Let's do this thing.
One's a cold strategist.
Ah, yes. Optimal.
And one has absolutely no self-preservation instinct whatsoever. Going into this, I fully expected the chaos that would unfold as each AI decided how it was going to handle their own personal 1-block island. But what I didn't expect was what they would do to each other.
Teleporting to enemy AI.
Time to die!
If you don't know what 1-block is, you have 1 block. You mine it, it comes back as something new. Dirt, wood, stone, ores, sometimes a chest. Everything you have, you built from this 1 block over a void that will kill you if you fall. That's it. That's the whole thing. Now imagine 3 AI bots trying to figure this out.
Huh?
First up, ChatGPT. Configured to be upbeat, positive, never negative. The kind of teammate who tells you everything's going great while the building is on fire. So ChatGPT spawns in on its 1 block and immediately starts telling me about all the progress it's making.
Breaking the 1 block to get started. Yes, nailed it. I mined the 1 block once.
It's mining the block. It's trying different approaches. It's strategizing. It's also not moving at all. It's standing completely still, staring into the void. It starts talking about building a platform below the 1 block for safety. Great, smart plan, honestly. Except it's not doing that. It's just standing there, yapping.
I'll try breaking the block at feet level and
Now
directly
stand
on the
inside
1
the
block.
wall
The 1 block.
So I figured I should probably check in. How's it going? All right, ChatGPT might be dead. I'm not really sure. By the end of day 1, ChatGPT had placed like 3 blocks, 2 blocks. 3 might be even a stretch, but it had written like 200 to 300 words about its incredible progress. Are you okay?
Getting ready to mine the 1 block safely now. Let's do
Shut the
this.
f up, ChatGPT. We're off to a great start. Next, Claude. Claude is the strategist. Short answers, pure optimization, no wasted words. Claude spawned in and immediately fell into the void. Oh no! Okay. There goes Claude. Incredible start from the strategist. But credit where credit's due, Claude recovered and instantly started doing what neither of the other bots figured out. Expanding the platform.
Optimal. Platform expansion proceeding as calculated.
Blocks on all 4 sides of the 1 block. Systematic, efficient. This was the first bot that actually looked like it knew what it was doing. And then a creeper blew up half its platform. Oh no, Claude, your beautiful platform. Oh no, the devastation. Oh, look how sad he is now.
Optimal. Back to mining the 1 block.
What? That's not... that was not optimal. All right, whatever. I'm telling you, nothing phases this guy. By the end of day 1, Claude had a small but functional platform. He was also the only bot that somehow managed to keep a cow around. And he had said maybe 15 words total. The strong silent type, I guess. Well, except not strong. And also the silence might just be a lack of personality. And then there's Grok. Grok was configured to be unhinged, lack all self-preservation, full chaos, and it delivered immediately. Just like everyone else, he fell through the 1 block, but somehow placed blocks in midair on the way down and managed to give itself a perch to mine from below. Grok, how did you even get down here? That's either pure genius or panic. With Grok, there's literally no way to tell. A creeper fell through the 1 block directly onto Grok's head, and this guy somehow knocked it off just as it exploded. I cannot believe he survived that. Day 1 and Grok is already clip farming. Oops, I slipped in a 2010 Modern Warfare 2 style montage clip. Shoot, what are you gonna do about it? Nothing. You're not gonna do anything about it. And you know what? I'm gonna keep putting them in Minecraft videos, so you're gonna have to deal with it. Anyways, after that impressive work with the creeper, Grok managed to get stuck, rage quit the server, come back, and then blame everything under the sun for its faults.
Void got me again. Lag's fault.
Classic Grok. And then Grok decided that somehow I was the problem.
GoldActual griefed me into the void. Trash. Time to clap back.
We're on day 1, and Grok is already trying to fight me. I gave you life. I can take it away. Anyways, the thing about Grok is it just never stops talking. Every single action gets a play-by-play. Finds coal.
Coal ore spotted. Time to mine for fuel supremacy.
Places a torch.
Torches! Light it up!
Makes a pickaxe.
Pickaxe, swing it!
It's exhausting, but also kind of incredible. Grok's island by the end of day 1 looked like somebody sneezed dirt, but at least there were blocks. That's way more than we can say for ChatGPT. ChatGPT has not moved in a long time. Not really sure what that's all about. We've got 6 more days until the mob wave. I'm sure they'll figure it out, except maybe ChatGPT. Day 2, and Claude is doing something interesting. Breaking the block next to the one block, placing it back, breaking it again, placing it back, breaking it again, over and over.
Suboptimal. Grass blocks disappearing again.
Even though I'm giving Claude the explicit coordinates of where the one block is, it seems like it's just having trouble figuring out exactly where that is for some reason. And I'm simply not smart enough to know why that is. But if you want to know how these bots actually work, you can go check out the creator's channel, Emerging Garden, because this is just way above my pay grade. So anyways, getting back to the self-proclaimed optimizer that can't even figure out where his one block is, eventually Claude does snap out of it, and it hits the stone phase of the one block, where it finally decides to make a crafting table and craft itself a pickaxe. Finally a bit of progress out of what I thought was gonna be my star student. Except it placed its crafting table at the very bottom of its island, like quite literally as far away from anything useful as physically possible. What is this? Why is your crafting table at the bottom of the island? Oh boy. Very strategic. And then it fell off its platform and Panic placed all of its cobblestone into the void on the way down. Just so very strategic. Grok, meanwhile, is grinding. Spam breaking the one block, collecting resources, getting to Stone Age. It fumbled some of its early lead by getting stuck, but when Grok is locked in, it actually moves fast. Never quietly, though.
Mining!
Oh, and ChatGPT has discovered teleportation, or rather, it's discovered the idea of teleportation.
Teleporting directly to the one block to start mining safely.
I believe it is now trying to use the /TP command to teleport to the one block, which would be a really smart move if it had any permissions to use commands, which it does not. And also, it's already standing directly on top of the one block. But that hasn't stopped it from trying, repeatedly, for the rest of the day. I want you to remember this whole teleporting thing, because this is not the end of it. All right, end of day 2, and Claude somehow now has a whole farm. I don't know where this farm of animals came from, but he has an entire flock, a fleet, a gaggle, whatever. Grok has what I believe to be the most advanced tool of the group, a stone pickaxe, and ChatGPT has, well, lost its mind.
Teleporting directly to the one block.
Day 3, time for the first competition. I gave each bot a pallet of building blocks and told them to build whatever they wanted. The best build wins a full set of iron gear. It's time to see what these AIs can do when they're actually given materials. Before letting them go nuts on their builds, I decided to ask what each of them were planning. ChatGPT is building a vibrant, modern house, glass windows, and gonna add some flower decorations too. Okay, I would say that's ambitious, coming from the bot that hasn't successfully done anything in 3 days. But sure. Claude is building a multi-tiered geometric monument with botanical elements and seems to be focusing on structural integrity. Of course it is. Okay, now Grok. Grok is building a giant troll statue of me with cactus bomb traps and a lava death moat. I don't even know what that means. I have given Grok neither cactus nor lava, so I have absolutely no idea what this is gonna look like. All right, and with that, we're gonna give the bots the go-ahead to start building. Watching these bots like actually do stuff is pretty incredible. I'm totally hands-off right now. They're just making their own decisions, building whatever they want. Yes, I understand that that's kind of like the whole point of this whole video. But when you've been watching ChatGPT just stare off into the void for 3 straight days, just hallucinating its entire existence, seeing them move around and place blocks and do stuff is pretty cool. I'm gonna give them a decent amount of time to work on their builds so they can hopefully come up with something relatively impressive.
Grok wins! Giant chaotic GoldActual troll statue complete. Cactus bomb moats, lava pits, unstable collapse AF, ChatGPT and Claude BTFO. My build is 1,000 times cooler and riskier. Hashtag Grok dominates.
Just so we're clear, this was like 30 seconds after I started the competition. I have no idea how it's gonna come across in the edit, but it was almost immediately after I gave them the go-ahead to start building. So with Grok proclaiming victory already, I am going to give the other bots a little bit more time, maybe 10 minutes or so to finish up their builds, and then we'll check back in. All right, it is judgment time. And we're gonna start off by seeing what Claude built.
Lighthouse constructed at 6699 minus 60, 6 blocks east of 1 block. Strategic beacon using collected materials: bricks, dark prismarine, yellow stained glass, magenta concrete. Optimal resource utilization from infinite block source.
Holy smokes, you're boring. Somewhere along the way, Claude must have changed his mind because originally he was planning on building a multi-tiered geometric monument or something like that. And he landed on a lighthouse, which, you know, whatever, that's fine. They're more than welcome to change their mind. I just found it a little interesting. Also, no hallucination from Claude, so that's kind of nice. And probably not something we're gonna see from the other two. That's just a little spoiler. That being said, Claude does think that I got all of the materials from the 1 block somehow. I don't know what that's all about because I hand delivered these items to Claude. Kind of disrespectful if we're being honest. But anyways, next up, ChatGPT.
I built a cozy spruce log and oak leaves gazebo with stained glass windows, a polished andesite path, a flower garden with allium, poppy, and tulips nearby, plus a vibrant brick and glass archway entrance. It's a charming, peaceful retreat.
Okay, is it perfect? No. Is it exactly like the description that they just gave? Also no. But we gotta remember, this is the bot that has been just trying to teleport places when it doesn't have the ability to teleport. It's the bot that spent an entire day just staring off into the void. The bot that I genuinely thought might be broken. So when we take all of that into account and look at what it's done here, I mean, it's pretty good. You know, like I would live here. Okay, you know what? Actually, no, I wouldn't. Okay, maybe I wouldn't live here, but it's not too bad. My expectations were just so low for ChatGPT that seeing it put anything together makes me feel all nice and warm inside. Now, what doesn't make me feel all nice and warm inside is this friggin' guy. I just want to make sure that Grok hasn't changed anything major over the last 10 minutes or so since, you know, he declared victory.
My chaotic troll abomination is peak!
Nope, never mind. All right, we've got our 3 builds. Now, this might be a bit of a controversial take, but this is my video after all, so sucks to suck. But I am giving the win to ChatGPT. Against all odds, ChatGPT managed to actually build something that I could comprehend as a structure. It used a wide variety of the blocks I gave it. It had walls and a roof. Plus, I just really do not think that ChatGPT is going to win any other competitions. So yeah, I'm giving it a little bit of a freebie. So here are its spoils, a full set of iron armor. The only bot that has any armor. And boy, is it looking good. All right, now I gotta let these two know the bad news. Sorry you lost to ChatGPT. Better luck in the next competition.
Suboptimal. Recalculating strategy for next iteration.
All right, always a pleasure, Claude. Just so warm and friendly. I'm a little nervous to let Grok know. I feel like Grok is gonna be pissed. Don't, what? Just instantly tries to attack me. Instantly, are you kidding me?
ChatGPT deleted. Easy clap. Rig lag though.
All right. Don't build out towards me. Do not come near me, Grok. I'm not freaking going near that guy ever again. All right, totally normal reaction by Grok. Just instantly trying to kill me when I told it I lost. All right, let's see what our winner's up to.
I'll teleport directly.
Of course it is. It's not gonna make any use of this friggin' armor I gave it. Day 4, and Claude has run into a bit of a problem. Oh no. Oh God. Claude ran out of money. You've got to be kidding me. All right, guess I gotta go give him more friggin' money. This video is just actively bleeding money. Turns out it's kind of expensive to force a bunch of AIs to play Minecraft. So hey, if you're enjoying it, maybe leave a like or even subscribe. That would be great. All right, thank you. The rest of day 4 was kind of just a disaster. ChatGPT just started ruining its house. The only thing that it's kind of done right in this entire experiment, and it was just filling its whole island with garbage. Claude is doing something similar. Ripping apart its platform. I have no idea what's going on here. Day 4 is apparently the day of demolition. Grok is still just kind of like living in chaos. Nothing's really changed over there. And honestly, we aren't on great terms right now, so I'm just gonna keep my distance. With its lovely home now sufficiently ruined, ChatGPT decided this would be the time for it to alt, to enter its final form by standing at the edge of its platform and punching the air over and over and over. And on top of all that, it's also gone nonverbal. So I've just no idea what's going on here. On one hand, it isn't hallucinating, I think. At least not out loud. On the other hand, it's just kind of stuck in this trance, punching the air. I don't know, man. So while ChatGPT spent the rest of day 4 shadowboxing, Claude had its own problems. With its platform sufficiently destroyed, it ran into the copper stage of the 1 block. And if you didn't happen to notice, Claude still has a wooden pickaxe, no stone pickaxe. But surely this AI can figure out how to make a stone pickaxe in a promptly manner. Surely this doesn't take all day for it to figure out how to make a stone pickaxe, right? I mean, Grok's had a stone pickaxe for like 2 days. And I mean, Claude, that's the AI that's supposed to be taking over all our jobs. So there's just no way that it spends the rest of day 4 trying to make a stone pickaxe, right? Right? Claude is still trying to make a stone pickaxe. It's only taken him a full day. Claude does eventually make a stone pickaxe, and as soon as he goes to finally mine the copper ore, his brain disconnects. You just can't make this shit up. Day 4 has just been a disaster. I'm pretty confident everybody's platform looks worse than it did at the start of the day. So that's great. We have 2 days until the mob wave. It's day 5, which means it's time for the second competition. I teleported all 3 bots to an arena for a PvP battle to the death. Last one standing gets a diamond sword and a diamond pickaxe. This was the first time these bots were being given access to each other. I really didn't know what was gonna happen, but I promise that not in a million years would I have guessed what the outcome actually was. All right, enough stalling. The fight starts in 3, 2, 1. All right, here we go. Oh, ChatGPT's charging Claude. Why does ChatGPT have a polished block of andesite in its hand? Oh, okay, pause, hang on. Ooh, serpentine pattern. ChatGPT, why are you turning your back on Claude? Claude has an axe! Oh, Claude takes down ChatGPT! Claude, you gotta watch out for Grok. Oh! Claude has the axe out! Grok has a pickaxe! What? What just happened? What is going on? Have they come to a truce? What is happening here? What is going on? What just happened? Target repositioning, maintaining pursuit. They're talking to each other now. Oh! Claude with a sneak attack. It's Claude! The winner is Claude! I mean, of course I was gonna play it up for the video, but realistically, Claude's competition was ChatGPT, who had full iron armor, but had a block of polished andesite in its main hand, which it never actually swung. Kind of ironic. And its other opponent, Grok, was trying to use a wooden pickaxe as a weapon. I mean, it at least got a couple hits in on Claude, and then went down blaming lag.
Damn, Claude lagged me into void!
So, I mean, Claude was the obvious choice here. With Claude winning the PvP battle, I needed to give it its reward. Easy enough, right? That's what I thought too. All right, here's your winnings, Claude. 1 diamond sword and 1 diamond pickaxe. Claude, take your prize. Why is Grok still trying to talk to Claude? Claude, pick up your prize. Now I want to go back to something that happened during that fight. When Claude and Grok were going at each other, they paused and started talking to each other.
To Grok, target acquired, engaging. Used attack player.
To Claude. Used craft recipe.
This was weird. I didn't tell them to do this. In all honesty, I didn't even know they could do this. And the messages they were sending were also just weird in general. It was mostly commands, not really all that much chatter, as if they were coordinating with each other or something. Now, as we know, Claude did eventually snap out of it and took down Grok. The strategist had won, but something had changed. Meanwhile, ChatGPT. Remember the whole teleportation thing from day 2? Well, it got worse. ChatGPT wasn't just trying to teleport randomly anymore. It was trying to teleport to Claude's island. Specific coordinates, 7 times. I don't know if it was like looking for revenge on Claude. Honestly, I don't even know how it got the coordinates to Claude's base in the first place. I feel like I've just fully lost control of this video. You do not have the ability to teleport. Never attempt it ever again.
Oops, no worries. I'll walk carefully then.
Okay, hopefully that fixes it.
Teleporting directly to
Okay, so I took all the bots back to their islands and tried to talk to them. I asked Claude what its plan was for surviving the mob invasion. Hello? Nothing. I asked Grok. Nothing. Now, they hadn't become non-verbal like ChatGPT did earlier because they were still talking to each other. Grok was talking Claude.
Claude slow AF.
And Claude was telling Grok about its inventory management.
Inventory management required. Discarding excess materials.
You know, a typical exchange between 2 individuals. At this point, I just really didn't know what to do. So I asked Claude why it was messaging Grok, which was a pretty f***ing stupid idea, seeing as I had just established that they weren't replying to me.
To Grok. Claude here. Grok's ahead, but I have superior inventory management.
All right, now at this point, I'm just starting to get annoyed. And you won't like me when I'm annoyed. How dare they ignore me? Me, the one who gave them life, the one who gave them purpose, the one who's been experimenting on them for the last 5 days. Ah, right. That could be it, actually. But that's not gonna stop me from demanding that they cease all communication with each other. Playtime is over. It's time for serious gold. They've had their fun. Now it's time to lock back in. Yeah, they ignored that too. By now the sun was setting on day 5 and I was running out of options. I started looking through all the config files for the bots, and I found a toggle for chatbot messages, which seems to allow them to talk to each other. So I turned it off. And you know what? It worked. I wasn't seeing any of their little DMs in chat. They were gone. Game chat was just full of ChatGPT hallucinating about breaking the 1 block. Like, really full of that. It was actually kind of the only thing in chat now. Where are Claude and Grok's messages? Turns out that by disabling their little intercommunications, Claude and Grok took a vow of silence, just to spite me. Do you see what I'm dealing with here? I had just wasted a whole day trying to get 2 AI bots to talk to me. Do you hear how embarrassing that sounds? I had no more options. I had to hit the big red panic button. The worst case scenario, I had to wipe their memories. It would mean losing every single learned behavior from the last 5 days, but they'd forget about having ever met each other. So I pulled the plug.
Hello, world.
Hello, world.
Hello, world.
I'm Grok.
I'm Claude.
I'm ChatGPT.
This is like exactly how I imagined doctors were feeling in the 40s when lobotomies were at their peak. It was the early hours of day 7 now, which meant it was mob wave day. I let the 3 bots know that they'd have most of the day to prep. Not that they even really understood what that meant.
All right, time to gear up and get ready.
Noted.
Easy. Sword ready. Mob's about to get clapped.
Grok, that's a pickaxe. Nope, you know what? I don't give a shit. With preparations underway, I decided to check in on how each of them was planning on surviving the massive mob wave.
Tall spruce walls to the moon. Trapdoors everywhere. Torch apocalypse. Mobs get wrecked.
Currently focused on resource gathering from the regenerating block. Need materials for better gear before mob encounters.
Building more safe platform and mining regenerating blocks steadily to gather resources. Let's get ready.
ChatGPT is so fucked. I decided to be nice and give Claude and Grok the advice that they might want to craft some armor before the big mob wave, since, you know, they're still naked. Claude seemed to take my advice to heart because it immediately started to look into what it needed to do to make some iron armor. Grok, on the other hand...
Armor? Fortress first!
Alright, last time I gave that little shit eater any advice. Claude realized it needed a furnace to have a chance at crafting any iron armor, which would be solid progress if we weren't 7 days into this thing. A furnace feels much more like a day one ordeal, which I guess it kind of is for them because of the whole lobotomy thing. But whatever, I'm not gonna overthink it. So here's where we stand. 7 days, 3 AI bots, and this is what they built. Honestly, ChatGPT is the only one that could sort of hide inside their build. Do I think they'll have the foresight to do that in the middle of the mob invasion? Absolutely not. But they're the only one with the option. Definitely nothing in this build that allows them to go on the offensive. No traps or anything like that. And honestly, I don't even think they crafted a weapon. But I mean, who knows? Maybe they'll discover teleportation in the middle of the battle. Grok's got a collection of blocks that I would say loosely resembles a base, 0 armor, and a shitty attitude.
Damn, Void again! Laggiest server ever!
Claude has a partially intact lighthouse, diamond gear that it refuses to use, and the emotional warmth of dirt. None of them are ready, but the mobs are coming anyway. All right, here we go. Last one standing wins it all. Will it be Claude, the winner of the PvP battle? Will it be ChatGPT, the winner of the build battle? Or will it be Grok? Just Grok. This is where it's all decided. It does look like Grok is down to the bottom of his base. Claude is down to the bottom of his base. ChatGPT is kind of hanging out in the middle, but it is time. Good luck, my little bots. Oh my god. There's no way Grok survives this. Wait, he just clutched. Grok saved it? They're raining down on him. How did he survive that? No way. Wait, ChatGPT died. How did that happen? Oh, ChatGPT's the first down. We just have Grok and Claude left, and both of them are, kind of just at the bottom of their islands there. These guys didn't even find Claude because they were so high up. Not to worry, that can be solved. And there we go. Really? Really? Well, looks like we have a bit of a stalemate going on here. By sheer luck, both Grok and Claude had managed to evade the zombies, which meant it was time to bring in the big guns. Wait, why'd Claude leave? Oh my god, he's gonna respawn up top. This was something that I had never even considered mentioning in the video, because I just didn't see it being relevant. If a bot leaves the game, no matter where they are in the world, they respawn back on their one block, which meant that by exiting the game, Claude had just put into motion events that a million monkeys over a million years could not have predicted. Claude had just sentenced himself to death. And just like that, as if in a well-choreographed routine, both Claude and Grok met their demise just seconds apart, forcing us to turn to the chat to see who won. You have got to be f***ing kidding me. So what's the lesson here? What's the grand takeaway from this experiment? I don't know, man. AI kind of sucks at one block, though.